Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thursday in the stock market. It's September 23rd. We're going to talk about S&P 500, some GameStop, some technical analysis, some options we've got going. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. And we have a Twitter. You can follow us on there at Happy Money YT. GameStop actually tweeted something. I don't know what it means. This is it though. And we also have a Discord. If you'd like to get on there, you're welcome. It's in the description. And SPY today rallied. Big rally. 1.3%. Yeah, so still bouncing back. Filled in that gap that we had and setting up a nice bull flag here. And looks like it's probably going to fill in this gap too. I'd say I'm thinking probably tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, I got some options for tomorrow as well. So this gap fill will be up to 446.99. Then that will be filled. And tomorrow's Friday, so yeah, I'm thinking next week probably have a correction again at some point. Or not, maybe we'll consolidate some, but I think next time we go down, we should see lower lows now that we are in this bearish pattern. And if this stock market crashes anything like 2008, which I don't think it will move like that. I think it's be more abrupt, but if it is, then we're in for kind of a long haul because yeah, we've just basically come past the top here. And 2008, it was quite a while. Change that to auto. Where are we at? So here's 2008. So it really, we had this double top on SPY, and this was October 2007, and then it was just bearish basically from then, with some drops, some bigger candles in here, and then some in here, and just like these little crashes, and just basically downward trend, and then really the main part of the crash is right here in October 2008, which we kind of went over on yesterday's VW video. But anyways, it's possible. It's a long time like this. 2001 .com bubble. I guess this would kind of be the big part of the crash. So this one was a little bit quicker from the top. Kind of had the top started coming down, and then I'd say this was probably the crash from it. February 2001. Or maybe even actually this, so just big gaps. So I'm thinking we need something like this probably to see GME start to squeeze and short positions to close. So hopefully it's not months and months, because this was like almost a year. Yeah, that was a year from the top until the actual solid crash. Since we are at much more elevated levels, I think it will come down quicker, and I think it'll be probably more violent. But yeah, still expect we'll have some consolidation times, some little rallies, some bounce backs, and that's what we've seen in like these last couple days on SPY. These last, I guess, 4 days has been a pretty much a rally from this bottom. I think probably one more day kind of consolidating, melting up, similar to today probably. And maybe next week consolidate and then drop. Not really sure. It kind of depends on a lot of different external factors with the news and stuff. TA, I can't see that far in advance. We are still bearish. The fact that our MACD is still bearish, we haven't made any green candles over this 9 moving average, and I don't think we will. Would tell me that tomorrow, I don't think it'll open. I don't think it'll open up above this, I guess, 442 and close above that to make it green over the 9. It could, and that's not a huge reason that it'll make new all-time highs, because our MACD will probably still be bearish and the momentum will still be on the downward, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, so GameStop today, real low volume today. It's at 1.46 million. There's 20 minutes left in the market. Had this rally going on this morning, got me kind of hyped. Those calls I said I was going to sell, I did sell out somewhere in here for a loss. those 220 calls that I got yesterday. But I'm making back more than double what I took as a loss on the credit for the short puts that I have sold. But yeah, so then here just kind of consolidated, and our max pain on this week's 195, so probably close somewhere around there tomorrow. Real low volume, grinding up. Hourly still pretty bullish, but we are under this 9 moving average. Daily still bearish, so that's why I'm still expecting GME to come down with the market. And I was saying 165. I don't know. This long-term moving average is moving up as we stay higher, so now it's 167. But I feel like we'll probably hit these supports down here at 165 still. And depending on how bad the crash is and how far GME goes, it could be much lower, of course, but that's kind of what I'm expecting. And I'll probably be getting puts actually on GameStop for next Friday, as well as other bearish plays. I've got the UVXY calls. Maybe do some credit spreads on SPY or something, I'm not sure. But maybe get some Tesla puts. Just some of the stuff that might move bigger, and GME moves pretty big on those market downs. Look at the options here on our E-Trade. Yeah, Terror definitely came down some today. They had news. I can't remember what the news was. Down 27%, but honestly, still, it's really just consolidation, more or less. I'm not too concerned with it. Don't have a big position, but yeah, on hourly it's bearish. Maybe come back down a little bit further, but really it's looking good. It's going to consolidate, grind, and just how it did here. You know, big up day and then it's down. It's like, oh, this thing's way down, but it's kind of just consolidating for another rip. Same thing here, big up day, big down, consolidated for another rip. Didn't make a new high, which I don't know. I guess maybe not a good thing, but we'll see. Until this kind of MACD and our candlesticks, everything changes. I think this could still rally. Maybe have longer consolidation this time. But yeah, not new highs isn't good, and then volume dying off too isn't a good thing, but that happens as it consolidates. You have your rally, volume dies off, consolidation, and then new volume comes in for the next rally. So could be what we're seeing there on a tear. Corsair actually ripped up today some. I closed out of the short leg on these calls I have on Corsair, so they were up like 400 bucks. I basically have long calls on Corsair, and when it rallied and there was a lot of premium, I sold. So I had short calls on Corsair, 18 of them, and since Corsair's come down since then, it's lost some premium just in these few days. I was able to buy them back for cheaper and keep the credit. So basically just funding these long calls as we ride the theta wave. On the hourly, I'd say it's definitely bullish, but it is kind of just coming back up to this moving average, I think. This one right here, so might keep coming down. Daily is still bearish, so probably just squeezing back up to this a little bit and then probably keep its descent going on Corsair. Our Ford calls are up today. Only have till next Friday, but I think Ford is it's a good value play. When the markets start to crash and correct, people pull into value. And we're making higher highs today. Kind of a weird chart, but it is momentum still all bullish. We still have higher lows, higher highs. I mean, this correction right here was just with the overall market, so if it's a violent enough move to the downside, yeah, it's going to pull down pretty much everything, and that's the only concern with my play on Ford for next week. I have 14.5 calls, so it's a little aggressive. Probably should get out of that, but I'll hold. I wait, and won't go into any more of those other plays. So there's our bot to cover Corsairs. Here's those calls I went in and out of. Opened up a bearish Tesla play. Might be a little early on it. Also a bullish SPY play, which seems kind of strange, but the Tesla play is a little risky. Could be wrong on it. I see bearish MACD, and I actually see red under the 9 moving average. It looks weird because it's like, oh, it's all this, but red under the 9 moving average, bearish MACD. We don't have any green over the 9, and then if you kind of zoom in a little bit on the hourly, we've got this clear kind of pattern going on where it's hitting this resistance around 760 and then coming down and testing this 180 moving for support. So tomorrow it might not come down, but yeah, we'll see. Just has to come down a little bit for this call credit spread. It's 750, 755, so it has to be below 750 by tomorrow. So if it's not, I might just roll it over because I think Tesla will come down with the overall market if that happens next week. But this also could, I don't know. Yeah, the T on this one isn't that clear, but we'll see. We'll see if it works out. And then my SPY, so it's the 444, 445 put credit spread. So SPY is to basically close above 445 by tomorrow. That's right here. I'm not sure if I'll hold this throughout the day because the SPY will probably actually come down some after hours, and then I kind of imagine we'll open up lower and then maybe rally. Could be wrong, but just because this is a 1.3% day today, which is pretty big. Or maybe it'll just stay kind of flat. Yeah, I might just keep consolidating and then rally. This is a nice little bull flag though. So that's that SPY play. Shot put, yep, not working out. And UVXY is not working out on these bounces. Definitely need to get out of those on the next big down day. And GME, we're looking good, sitting tight. Finally starting to see some more DD come out of Reddit, not just computer share stuff. So not a whole lot to really share. I mean, there was the hearing, the Robinhood hearing. There's some interesting stuff in there, definitely incriminating stuff. So not sure if that'll affect anything with GME right away. Oh, Overstock, the lawsuit was dropped against them, so that's huge actually. They offered the crypto dividend to basically get rid of the shorts, the over short position in their stock. And there was a lawsuit from the hedge funds and all sorts of different parties going after Overstock for it, and they would lose and they'd reopen it and they'd lose and reopen it, and this time they lost, and I don't know the correct legal term, but they dismissed it or whatever, saying basically that no one can go after Overstock again for this lawsuit. It's done. So that's super good news for GameStop, and potentially that's maybe what Ryan Cohen was waiting for before they pull any kind of NFT dividend or crypto dividend. Waiting to kind of see how that played out. So that's huge. Reverse repos, as you heard, probably went up, now doubled the amount they can use, from 80 to 160 billion per party. So today we're breaking new records again, 1.28 trillion, soon to be 5 trillion. Yeah, see this account number. It's kind of interesting. The account numbers are exploding. Yeah, on computer share. So I mean, it's not like it seems like a pretty legitimate way to figure that out though. They're basically just looking at the holder account number and seeing how many digits they're adding. So I could accept that. So that's legit. The shares on here, they're going up. It's probably getting to be pretty significant at this point. Initially I was thinking it's not that many, and it wasn't that many initially, but it's definitely gaining momentum. And that's just kind of from what we see. I haven't really thought about all the people that are buying it that aren't allowed to even post on Superstock because of karma and that thing. So that's kind of interesting to think. See what happens with that. Let's see. Yeah, the Overstock really in Utah. Yeah, 2007. We kind of went over that actually. Auto response. Oh yeah, here's another. I didn't actually confirm this, so I'm not sure, but this is, I guess, an auto response we call into Charles Schwab. Thank you for calling Charles Schwab, Client Reporting and Security Services, to request your shares of GameStop to be sent via direct registration to computer share as a transfer agent. Please call our general customer service. That's insane. If they literally, I mean, feel free to call it. I didn't care to spend the time, but some people did, and it's true. So that, my only thing was, we're seeing a lot of traffic to there, but are there any like big amount of shares? And I've seen some people say share screenshots of huge amounts of shares. I mean, that can all be photoshopped, so there's really no way to know. But yeah, that's kind of my thing. If 20,000 people on Superstock are all transferring their 5 or 10 shares, like that's great, but it's it doesn't matter how many new accounts you have if there's not a large number of shares from those accounts. But that being said, we'll see. So far I haven't seen any signs that the computer share has done anything, so kind of waiting to see that. Dark pool numbers have gone up and down like they always have, and yeah, so here's a dark pool. Let's see, yesterday was 43%, day before was 40%, so it's only gone up actually. So I don't know if we'll see it from this data or what data exactly will be like, oh, that's probably from computer share. Price action hasn't changed from it, I don't think. Volume, no. So there haven't been any signs as far as I can tell, and I'm curious and anxious to see if we do start to see effects of it. SPY's kind of coming down a little bit here. Probably should have waited to open my credit spread. Oh well. See what happens with that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.